One of the main questions I've been pondering about on and off for the better part of a few years now is, are we going to see any characters from Vice City pop up in GTA 6? Vice City had a whole host of memorable characters, and most of them actually survived the game, so it would be awesome to see some of them appear in GTA 6. So here is my list of who I would like to appear. Ken Rosenberg. Last time we saw Rosenberg was in San Andreas. First he hires CJ to take out some people, and we end up with Ken showing them a gold record that he, Kent Paul, Mad Dog achieve. Having Ken appear back in Vice City would be a fun little Easter egg, and he could be an old man spending his time and money at strip clubs or sitting in a dark corner of a bar talking nonsense and doing coke. Whenever your character passes him, you can hear him talking about the old days, how he and Tommy ran this town. This could be a good little laugh for players. Kent Paul. The manager of Love Fist, criminal mastermind and all-round drug addict. Paul has been round the block, appearing in Vice City and San Andreas, where he was helping Rosenberg and CJ as a sound engineer for Mad Dog. The last anyone heard of Kent Paul was in 2002, when he was living in a halfway house after kicking his drug habit and was the owner of the website Kent Paul's 80s Nostalgia Zone. Having Paul cameo in GTA 6 I think would be a funny and good little nod to the old games. If they can get Danny Dyer to voice him as well, that would be the icing on the cake. Having Paul as anything other than a cameo though, I think would dampen the game a bit, only due to how outlandish the character is in a game that is filled with outlandish characters. Like Rosenberg, it would be best to have him as a cameo and a little nod to the previous games. Phil Cassidy. Having appeared in 4 GTA games, and also being mentioned in another Rockstar Games' franchise, Manhunt, Cassidy is a gun runner arms dealer extraordinaire. Throughout the series, Cassidy has appeared in many missions, giving the protagonist weapons or a vehicle to use. Owning many gun stores across these cities, he could still be around in GTA 6 or even have the ammunition stores bear his name instead, as like many others on this list, they will be pushing the age limit, or they could even be dead, as GTA 6 is rumoured to be set in modern times. Mercedes Cortez and Candy Sucks. These two characters can go either way, as to how their stories are played out. Cortez ended up being a love toy to Love Fist, while Candy turned her attention to Vineyard adult movies. If they wanted to bring back either of these two, I think these, along with Phil Cassidy, would be the more plausible option, as Cortez or Sucks could own a brothel in the game or be the ones behind the cameras for adult movies. You could even have them be a part owners of the strip clubs in the game. Umberto Rabina. Played by the always great Danny Trejo, Umberto could still be around and known as the Old Cuban, someone who could hand jobs to Jason and Lucia from the fast food outlet he has in Vice City. Appearing in a dozen missions across 2 games, Umberto would be a great addition and a great throwback if the character can make an appearance. Danny Trejo has always said he enjoyed his time on the game, and I think he would be back in a second if he was offered it. Last but not least, Tommy Vercetti. The main protagonist of Vice City and in my eyes the greatest GTA main character alongside Nico Bellic. After ruling Vice City in the late 80s and into the 90s, the last we heard about Tommy was from Kent Paul on his website, to which he put the following. "See Tom, I didn't mention your name, nowhere. Maybe you won't get us killed now, okay?" This could show that even in the early 2000s, Tommy was still in the position of power. Leading into GTA 6, Tommy would be around the age of 72, to which he could still be in power of the Vercetti gang, which could have become the Vercetti family. I would love to see Tommy back in some form. I'd be happy if they just do a throwback where his name is mentioned, or a brief passing by of the Vercetti gang family in name. I think out of every character, if Tommy is mentioned or shown, it's going to get such a huge holy shit moment for the majority of players. These are just a small number of characters that I would love to see return to the fold. They will be older, some probably hooked on drugs still and still playing the oldest game in the world, but I think it would be a nice little callback to the earlier games but doesn't impact the new story. Let me know who you would like to see in GTA 6, back from 86, and I'll see you on the shores of Vice City.